everyone, Latino here, and this is inspired by Latino. We're currently living in a crisis in the UK, worldwide. This cost of living crisis, and I feel like with the knowledge that I have, I can, help you guys out there if you need any help in the area of personal finance or budgeting, or just personal, like just coaching. Post COVID and with this living cost crisis, we kind of all need each other, and I'm trying to put together just a series to help you guys get on top of your finances, trying to make sense in this whole mess, because living this crisis, trying to survive the crisis. So yeah, if you're interested in obviously learning a little bit more about how you can manage your money and how you can save up, how you can not get rich quickly scheme, but how you can make some extra money for yourself, then yeah, please do follow me and do stay tuned for the upcoming videos. In today's video, I just want to share with you guys like 5 tips, or rather methods, that I've used myself to try and survive this cost of living crisis. When it comes to money management or personal finance, it's something they don't teach you at uni. I am my 9 to 5, I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant by profession. I studied accounting in school, and I thought by studying accounting I was gonna finish at a point where I can now manage my money, or I'm rich because I know a lot about money. But when it comes to money itself, it's not something that is taught out there. It's not taught at uni, it's not taught at school, but it's a very important skill one can have. So this is more like personal finance tips that I had to learn out with my uni, out with my profession, and I'm implementing it obviously to try and survive, because we are all in a crisis right now, and we just kind of need workable methods to kind of survive it. So today I'm going to share with you, like I said, the 5 money management tips that I think you can start to apply today to help you survive this living cost crisis. Please not, I didn't say to solve the living cost crisis, cost of living crisis. We can't solve that. No one can. Even the government don't seem to have solutions to the cost of living crisis just now. But we can only just try to survive. If it's a recession we're getting into, we just kind of need to survive it. And I feel like the best place to start is if we can learn to manage the money that we have, the little money that we now have. So yeah, I'm going to share with you, like I said, 5 money management tips that I think you can start to apply today to help you survive this cost of living crisis. Tip number 1, track your spending. I can't stress this enough. If you don't know where your money is going, your money is gonna keep going. We don't have too much disposable income now with this cost of living crisis, but what we can do is to try and manage what we have, and the best place to start is to track your spending. Create a budget, know where each penny is going. Me being the accountant that I am, is something that I just do anyway. It does make me look cheap sometimes because I'm literally counting every penny. You don't need to count every penny, but at least you need to already know before your salary gets in, have some type of budget that you set on to know exactly where the money is going to go. I'm sure life has taught most of us that you don't go partying, I don't know if the people will still haven't learned, you don't go partying or go crazy on payday, because life is life and we got bills to pay. So it's better to track your money before it even gets into your hands. Track your spending, use your previous paycheck and check where that money went, and work out what's your fixed costs a month, and try and figure out where your money goes and track every penny if you must. We're in a crisis, we don't have any money to just throw away. Okay, so tip number 2, you need to create a realistic budget. Now, like I said before, you don't necessarily have to track your money to every penny. a realistic budget will allow you those extra change, which you can then use for your extra stuff that's not on your everyday strict budget list. So if you're interested, I can do a lot more videos on different types of budgeting systems. They are out there, so you choose the budgeting system that works for you. But yeah, so tip number 2, you just need to create yourself a simple budget. It doesn't have to be complicated. Like I say, there are a lot of different ones out there, and I will cover each of them in a video if that's something you guys would be interested in. But yep, create a realistic monthly budget. Realistic in a sense that you are thinking of yourself, you're considering yourself, your takeaway, your lunch, your nails, if you do your nails every month, your hair. All those things are stuff that matters to you. If there's stuff that matters to you, it should be on that budget. It's not just to create a budget of all the strict things, or like, oh, pay my rent, or all the serious business. You need to also include yourself in there, right? So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, you need to create yourself an emergency fund, right? This is not easy. It's easier said than it is done to have some money put aside in case of emergencies. But just as we're in a crisis, anything can happen, all right? We're in September right now. Like I said, but we're getting into October. Energy bills are going to go up. A lot of things are going to be crazy high, and this will in turn affect businesses. And some of us may find ourselves not longer in our jobs. Like, we may find ourselves made redundant because businesses can't keep up with the bills or keep up with the people. Like, they can't keep paying you. So this is the time where it's more important than ever to have an emergency fund. And I know it's too much to ask now that we don't have quite a lot left over from our salary or from any money we get on a monthly or weekly basis, but just put away money, no matter how small, on the side, just in case of any emergencies. There are already apps that allows you to put away money that you can't withdraw. I can cover those again in upcoming videos. They are different sort of methods you could use as well to put aside money if it's not easy for you to just leave it in your bank. And yeah, again, living in your bank is never a good method, but again, we'll cover a lot more about the best ways to store your money or to save up your money in upcoming videos. But yeah, make sure you have a little bit of money put aside just in case of any emergencies, just in case of you losing your job, because that's the reality we need to start facing now. Tip number 4, pay your bills on time. Pay your bills on time. I'm just gonna give an example, like things like your car insurance and stuff. If you pay them online, you avoid paying any late fees or the likes. You know, your credit cards, if you pay everything on time, you avoid having to pay extra money for late payments or late fees. So, all right, pay your bills on time and save that little extra cash you have to pay on extra fees for late payments and the sorts. Tip number 5, cut back on recurring charges. So much money is lost on those apps and stuff that you just subscribe to and don't even use. So my tip number 5, make sure you cut back on them. Take some time, go onto your app store, Play Store, whatever it is, go check out all your subscriptions. Ask yourself this question: do I use these apps? Half of the time you'll find that you are subscribing to apps that you don't use on the daily basis. You use once in a blue sky, but you're paying them monthly. So take that time, cut back on those recurring charges that are charging you per month or per week, even no matter how small. You know, like sometimes you may think it's only $3.99 per month, but then that $3.99 plus another $3.99, it's money that you could be saving or maybe putting towards your emergency fund. And we kind of really don't want to lose money in this crisis, because like I said, we already don't have enough. So that was my tip number 5. And yeah, like I said, if you guys are really interested in more of this type of videos to just help each other survive, because that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple of years. I don't mean to scare everybody, but the reality is the reality. We are in a crisis, and we are definitely going to suffer the effects of a crisis. So we went from COVID era, we went from, you know, watching people die, being locked down, working from home, all these things. Now we're just getting into another crisis. Now this one is more painful than ever, because we are putting the same amount of effort that we did before, we are working as hard as we did before, but then the money we are making from that is just not worth our time, because it's not buying us anything. That's what it is. That's what it is to be in a recession. So yeah, I really do hope you find this video helpful, and yeah, do stay tuned. I will get back to you with another video.